It is really intense now that I think about it. It's like
It's the most
dun, dun,
epic
dun.
countdown. It's also snowing upwards, which is very bizarre.
Oh yeah, that is really bizarre. We're back on another exciting episode of Starfleet Boy, where we have a casual and informal discussion about Star Trek. Today,
It's
we're
a
going
special
to.
day.
Today it's very special. We're here twice. This is our second live stream. This is the most live streams I've ever done in a day.
This is not the most we've talked in a day, though, because
Yeah, we
sometimes we
talk.
talk all day,
Yeah,
but we
we
don't just
talk
don't
for.
record it.
I agree. But today we're going to try to tackle the ultimate science fiction ranking of all time, and
This is the most unorganized
it's
thing.
really ambitious. Well, audience, in case you're wondering, it's my day off, and Sean has time off. He never gets a day off, but he gets a little time off here and there from from
Oh no no
life.
no!
You
Tuesdays
get
is
days off.
I
Tuesdays.
get a complete
Oh,
day
where's?
off on Tuesday. Well, I technically I start at midnight, but
Whoa.
hey, it still counts.
I'll
Long
start
time
taking
no
my
see,
days
says
off.
Fathery.
I'll start taking Tuesdays off more often. That's cool. But anyways, we have some time, and we didn't get invited to the Lower Decks red carpet social distance virtual premiere, so we're having our own.
Deep sigh.
So, oh come on! Look! Yay! Father is back. Fathery, I think no, I have to send a new link. I'll send you a new link if you want to have be a part of our party here.
I have nothing to drink. I'm drinkless.
You can't. It's still daytime.
No, okay.
In where you are. Well, it's also still daytime where I
We're
don't
in the
know.
same
I
time
don't know why
zone.
I'm telling you what you can't and can't do. I'm having a refreshing, very lightened beverage. So it's
Apple
a
juice.
tincture. Yeah, it's basically apple juice, but with a little dash,
A
a
little
little dash,
smidgen.
a smidgen. Sean, so where do we even start? Is this like, does this
Do we need to
cover?
establish rules? My
Yeah,
first
like does
question
this
is: we
cover
want we
all
want to
sci-fi ever?
all sci-fi
Movies,
shows that have
TV?
ever existed.
Oh,
I was
TV only
thinking I
shows.
was
Okay.
thinking TV shows, right? Because if you do movies, then it's too much. And I was thinking, are we doing like current shows, like ongoing shows, modern ones, or do we just like rank all of the shows?
I I think we have to
We're
let
gonna miss a million.
wow. I think we have to start with as old as we are. So only shows that were in our lifetimes? No, that doesn't make
Well,
sense.
then the original series from Star Trek wouldn't count,
Yeah,
though,
it
would it?
doesn't count. No, it's true. I think we have to do shows starting from Star Trek the original series. How about that?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
that's very arbitrary. I'm fine. I'm good with it. Everything. So that means Doctor Who doesn't count.
No, because it was running during
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, sorry. Let's be less Anglo-centric or America-centric, and let's be a little bit more international. So, Doctor Who starts it off. How about that? I think that'll make a lot of people happy
Okay, Doctor
because
Who.
it is the oldest. It's the longest running science fiction
Do we have to prepare
series.
some sort of notepad here and write them down? Are you gonna do that? Or
Yeah, I could be the one. I was gonna send out invites, so I thought you would prepare us. So let's start. You should have an Excel. Don't you have a sheet like a? Shouldn't this be on an Excel, or
I
where do
don't
you
know how
think
to
this should
use
go?
I don't know how to use Excel. I know how to use Word. I can just write things down on a
All right,
Word
you're the
document.
writer. You're
Um,
the you're the
oh yeah, okay. So I deal with the rankings.
No, you know what? We have a great way to do it. Actually, I just realized we can do this. So, rankings start at Doctor Who. So, what year is Doctor Who's premiere? Can you
I
do a
don't know.
quick research?
I'm going to imagine it's 59. Doctor Who.
I wonder if Siri knows. Let me ask Siri.
It
What year
began
did
in
An Unearthly Child air?
oh no, 63. It would seem.
1963.
So I was wrong.
23
So are
November.
you doing the list?
Well,
Are you listing the things?
yeah. So we're gonna start in 19. Let's just say 1960 to
I
be
don't trust you.
around.
You're gonna put Picard at the top.
I mean, this is an all-time sci-fi thing. This is crazy. I've never
This
done
makes no
anything like this
sense.
before. We're doing it live in front of the studio audience. So
So
audience, please chime
if we
in.
forget a show, so are we allowed to rank shows that we've never seen? We just assume it's this good or that good because we haven't seen
Yeah,
them
I
all.
think if we've heard about it or heard something about it,
Okay, so we're
if
we're
it hasn't
basing.
been seen, yeah, if it hasn't been seen at all, then we can just say pass. I would
Okay,
say that's fair, right?
unless someone in the audience decides to weigh in with their
Yeah.
opinion,
Oh, the
and then
audience. Yes.
we can base our very factual opinions on the one comment that has been left.
That sounds like a good way to go. I like that. All right. All right. So
This sounds like it's shaping up to be the most legitimate ranking of all time.
I think so. I'm gonna go to Wikipedia for the list of all sci-fi shows from
Oh,
1960. All right. So here we go.
are we really
Wikipedia.
gonna do this per year?
Yeah, yeah. We have to go through every. We have
Oh
to
God,
create our list and then rank it. So we're gonna narrow. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through all the
I was
shows, and we're gonna pick 20 to start ranking with. How about that? Does that sound like a good
I
idea?
don't know. I was just gonna start
10.
naming shows.
All right, let's do it that way then. Let me get my list here. Hold on.
I was gonna start naming shows, the ones that we remember, and then it will start scraping, I suppose,
I
eventually.
created a whole new notepad just for this. It's gonna be fun. All right.
We'll
Let's
have to
see.
decide what counts as science fiction as we
So
go along
Doctor
as
Who
well.
goes on the list
Okay.
because it begins with Doctor Who.
All
Star
right.
Trek.
Okay.
Right. Do you?
I think Star Trek is better than
Have you
Doctor
seen
Who.
Star Trek? Have you seen Star Trek? How about have you? Does Twilight Zone or Outer Limits count as sci-fi, or is that something a different genre?
Well, in my book, Twilight Zone is in the genre of full blown what the fuck because it deals with fantasy and sci-fi and supernatural. But I think there's enough science fiction in the Twilight Zone to count it as
I got
sci-fi.
the
What do you reckon?
list. I got the list, complete list. We have alphabetical order, or we have. This will help us out, I think. Whoa, it's a lot.
Whoa.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
this list of all science fiction implies we have to rank Star Trek, which will get people mad because we're gonna have to put one of those Star Trek shows at the bottom.
Should we take Doctor Who and Star Trek out? Is it a sci-fi all-time rank without those two shows? And if they win, they
I think they
win.
deserve
What
to
if?
be in there. I think
Yeah,
they
I
deserve
think
to
you're
be in
right.
there because they pretty much started it all. So
All right, I named both Battlestar Galacticas.
okay,
You haven't seen any of those, but you've heard
I
about them.
haven't seen any
Do
of
you feel
them.
comfortable ranking it in that mix?
With Doctor Who and Star Trek.
Yeah, no, because you
I,
haven't.
I would argue that both of them go below.
Oh my goodness! All right, Battlestar Galactica.
I haven't seen
No,
them,
this is gonna
but
get good. This is gonna get good. What's now your
based
turn? Some
The
shows.
Expanse.
Yes, of course.
Come on.
Can sliders get in there? I think sliders can get in there.
Yeah. All right.
Stargate can get in there.
Yeah. There's a million Stargates still in there.
Yeah, but we'll just
You're
put it
going.
under. Should we just put one? No, that the
Well, you're
fans of
going
Stargate.
French. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do just like the franchise, right?
It's okay. Stargate Atlantis. Okay, and then there's Stargate
You're
Universe,
gonna have to
right?
start. You're gonna have to. Can you share your screen? Can you do you, me, and then a screen share? Can you do
Of
that?
my notes.
Yeah.
I
So
think
that we
so.
can
Yeah.
have the notes and us at the same time.
Ooh, I love that idea. All right, then I'm gonna switch
So
to a
that we can.
different notes app. Hold on. You
Okay.
can't see
Oh,
my private
great.
notes. I can't show you
This
like
is
my. There's
this is
a
a
notes
mess.
there. There's a notes that has some passwords on it. I can't show
Oh
that
yeah.
note.
Fair enough. Fair
All right,
enough.
here I got a good one though. This
I
app
mean,
is
just just
nondescript.
people aren't gonna know. Like, are we putting the Next Generation above Star Trek: The Original Series?
Here we're about to get share realness here. All right, application and can you see that?
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Uh,
You're doing colors.
no, it does it.
What's the
This
colors?
app does it automatic. It's like a. It's just a thing this app does. I don't know why words stand out. So we'll use
It's
that. That's
confusing to
cool.
me. It should do colors per franchise. Can't it do that? Can't it detect the franchise?
No, it's not AI.
God damn it.
It's so you got to pay attention to the comments while I pay
I love how
attention.
you put both. You rank them both the same. Really? You've
Well,
seen
no,
them
I
both.
just want
Okay.
them. I want them
You've.
entered. We haven't started ranking yet. We're just entering
Oh, really? I thought you were
shows
going to
to.
rank them as we add them.
Oh, as we add them. Oh, that's
I mean,
crazy.
well, no, it's just it'll save us time.
All right, so do we both agree Star Trek is so far number one on this list?
I would agree so.
All right, and then let's see. Oh no, I think you got to have a complete list of qualifiers before you.
Really?
All right, we'll throw it in. How about Buck Rogers? Does it get to be in here? Is that a show you
Yes.
watched? It does. Okay.
I've seen episodes of it because I wanted to understand all of the Duck Dodgers references. Does Duck Dodgers get a
Oh
place in there?
no,
Aw, why
no,
not?
no animation on this list.
Oh, look at that. You animation racist.
It's not a race, so I'm an animationist, though. You're right.
You're an animationist.
I'm an
The Orville.
animation. Yes, the Orville gets to go on here. All right. See, if we're ranking in order of the ones we're remembering, this is an interesting kind. This is our remember list. How we're like how we're thinking about them.
Okay, Westworld
Yes.
and Altered Carbon.
Yes.
You're wondering if that's science fiction?
I did for a second. uh, does Alien Nation get to go on here? Do you know enough
I
about
don't know
that
what that
show?
is. I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know about that show.
it goes
If,
down
look,
here in the.
if you know the show, then you can put it in.
It goes well. It goes in the honorable mention because
You
we
can
have to
put
rank.
Space Force in there. You've seen Space Force. Doesn't that count as science fiction?
Yeah, it does. No, does it? Is it a comedy or a sci-fi? Then that's a really good question.
Well,
I would.
Is
It is
Stranger
science
Things
fiction
science fiction?
because yes, they both are.
You've written
I would
science
say.
fiction down.
I would. Oh. I meant. Wow, guys. We're gonna rank. We're gonna rank science fiction the lowest in our science fiction rank. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say does what's it called? Stranger Things count as science
Yeah,
fiction?
totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Sting, Stranger. I can't type. It's what's throwing me off is I'm
Black
looking
Mirror
on.
is science fiction, right?
Is it always science fiction? I think.
I don't.
See, that's where I was asking about like the Twilight
Oh,
Zone and
okay.
Outer
So I think
Limits.
the Twilight Zone and Black Mirror, those kind of anthology that sometimes deal with science fiction, sometimes deal with like other dimensions. So maybe we can. You want to leave them out of it?
Yeah, I think we got to leave those.
Lost in
Those out of it.
Space.
Yes, it gets in there. Both.
Both. Both? Are there not multiple? Oh no, there was a movie, I think, but yeah.
There's a show, and I used to watch it as a
Okay,
kid.
so things like the superhero things, like Supergirl and stuff, does that count? Or is that the superhero genre predominantly?
I think we have to take it out of sci-fi.
Okay, so we can't put in your
Like-
favorite Umbrella Academy doesn't fit in this.
It cannot go in this category. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do think that's a different category. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're predominantly superhero because if you go like that route, then everything is sci-fi at that point. Because like you could say that The Walking Dead is sci-fi because you know what I mean.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy would be a very typical science fiction film.
Legends of Tomorrow is almost more science fiction than it is superhero.
Superhero. I haven't really seen Legends of
You
Tomorrow.
haven't listed all of the different Star Treks. Do you have to list all of the different Star Treks?
Well, that would be a Trek rank. We're doing a sci-fi rank, right? So I figured I'd keep shows, but we did split out Stargate. But those are like universes in and of them. Each of them lasted like 12 years, right? Like 10, like 15
Well,
years.
Star Trek lasted like 7 years each.
Yeah, it's true.
The Mandalorian.
Yes,
a show.
it gets to go in here.
Firefly. Yes.
Yes.
False is Firefly.
Oops.
What about Elf? Shaka says Elf. Elf.
Hold on, I have to. Oh, Shaka's here. I got distracted. Shaka's waiting for me to text him back. I will text you back. I'm so bad. Mr. Ed does not count, but My Favorite Martian might count. Wow. Avenue 5 gets to go in there, I think, by the way.
Another Life, I guess. What about
Yep.
Outlander? Is Outlander science fiction? Or is that fantasy? Because there's time travel kind of involved in that.
It's an
we have to
interesting
make
show.
some hard calls. That doesn't count for anything. It's an interesting show.
Star, Starfleet voice list. It gets to be saved. I get to.
Yes,
It gets
Avenue
to.
5. Tricker Prize has seen Avenue 5. Oh, there's
Yep.
Vagrant Queen that just came out recently, but I've never seen that.
I don't know what that is, but it
It's
sounds
a new
interesting.
sci-fi show.
Do see do really great limited series count like Kadoon the miniseries and
I
the
think so.
sequel?
Limited series should count. Why not?
All right, then I'm gonna put Dune
Dune.
on here. Did you
Ascension is
see
good.
those? Did you
I didn't
see
see
those,
Dune.
Dune?
I saw Dune the movie, which was a hot mess.
Wait,
I
you're talking
liked it.
about the David Lynch movie?
Yeah, I enjoyed that hot mess. But
Interesting.
Ascension. Do Ascension.
What's that one?
Oh, it's so great. It's very interesting.
Ascension?
Yeah.
Like that? No.
No, like to ascend.
Oh, so that would
An
be
ascension. ASC.
oh C. Thanks for teaching this guy to spell.
I think it's in the 70s. Was it Kennedy was in the 70s, right?
Oh, I
No,
still spelled it wrong.
see. Kennedy was in the 70s, I think. Anyway, he had apparently in real life he had a space program. Red Dwarf, yes. Apparently he had a space program where he wanted to send Americans in space to rebuild the US of A in case the Russians won the Cold War. And in the show like gives us kind of an alternate take on how reality went down. And in the show they build the shuttle, like they build the spaceship for real.
Wait, what show
and
is that?
Ascension. It's a limited
Oh,
run. It's
never-
really
I
interesting.
can't even-
And they
oh,
put
wow.
the greatest minds of all of the US, the greatest scientists and whatever, and mathematicians inside the ship, and they pretend to launch the ship in space. And that's the whole plot.
I think Continuum can go on there too.
Okay.
Did you see Continuum? Have you ever
I've
seen
never
that show?
seen that. No, I've never seen that show.
This is becoming an epic ranking list here.
You've got Alien Nation twice now.
Oh, I do. Where'd I read it before? You're eagle-eyed. I don't see it.
Well, you've got it down at the bottom of the list.
And then where
Go
else?
further down. Go further down. Go further down.
Oh, I
There you
put
go.
it down here because we were wondering about it. Okay, that's right.
Oh, okay.
That's my wondering. That's
Does
where I put things.
Does Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. count as science fiction, or does that count as the superhero genre as well?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Audience has to decide when I don't know.
Audience has to decide. Is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. predominantly superhero or science fiction? Because I'd argue there's pretty much no superheroes, I guess, in that. But then I
Your
don't
what's
know.
up, Conti? And we just put we just put Continuum on the screen, and Continuum track arrived. You're a time traveler. I knew it. Earth Final Conflict. I never saw it, but we should put it on the list because I know about it.
I've never heard of that.
Actually, I saw bits of it. Gene Roddenberry made that show.
Okay.
Earth Final
Wow.
Conflict.
Or Andromeda.
Yeah, we should put that on here too.
Babylon 5.
Andromeda. Yep.
God damn.
Good grief.
Good grief. See, this list doesn't count because there's not Rick and Morty on it now. God damn it. You and your animation rules. Fine. Fine.
Who else do we put on here?
I don't know.
I think you said Red Dwarf, and we never put it on the list, right? It's not.
Oh,
on
I
there.
read. Well, Chuck said Red Dwarf. Chuck said Red Dwarf.
Did I already
so
put?
said
Oh, I
Red
did
Dwarf.
put it on there. Okay.
There's that show Dark.
Oh, how could we not put this up? Sequest.
Oh yeah, that's right. You and your Sequest.
What's Dark?
Dark is in a German show, but I think that I don't know. Like time travel is its own genre, isn't it? Is it? What do you guys think? Does anyone know about Dark? And do we think it's?
But then Continuum doesn't get to be on this list because it's a time travel centric
Okay.
show. It's like basically like a Terminator, someone who's sent back in time to kill you to prevent a bad future from happening. Oh, we can't forget Sliders. I think I put it on there, didn't I?
Sliders is up.
Sliders
top.
up there. Yeah, this list has gotten so big. Sorry, guys. Here, let me see if I can zoom out.
It still makes no sense because Lost in Space you just put both, Battlestar Galactica put both, but then Stargate gets Stargate gets its thing.
You know what it is? It's
Quantum
all
Leap.
okay. Here's what it is.
False is
We've already
Quantum Leap.
established that Star Trek and Doctor Who are the top two shows. So all of these other ones have to battle to get the next spot, basically.
Oh, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
What? I know. You're like,
I would put The Expanse above Doctor Who, sir.
so you're saying it looks like this. So that's what we're gonna go with for now. This is the rank up here, audience. This is
That's
what's
what I say.
this is what's in contention here.
Do you accept that?
I wrote it.
Oh, he accepted it.
I accepted it. If I write it, it's if it goes in there.
This is why you're in charge of the list. You wouldn't have written
The
it
list.
down.
I wouldn't have written
X-Files.
it down. Oh yeah, that definitely goes on here.
Continuum says Captain Proton is on there. Captain Proton gets its own place.
What is Captain Proton? I don't know that one.
It's the holo program that Tom plays in Voyager.
We already had so since we were talking about Lower Decks a little bit earlier, and Jerry O'Connell is in Lower Decks. We already have sliders on here. Does My Secret Identity get to be on here as a sci-fi show?
I don't know.
Can we get Jerry O'Connell twice, 3 times? Because then we have to rank him in the Star Trek Lower Decks.
Technically, I mean, so we're not separating all the Star Trek shows.
Yeah, we're gonna. I just didn't want to write it.
Eventually?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah.
Okay, because then Picard gets in there twice, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Sir Patrick Stewart, I mean.
I think we should just stick to, you know what? I think you're right. I think Stargate just has to go down to Stargate. It's gonna be too crazy to rank all the different series. So Stargate
so
versus
we're going per franchise.
Yeah, I think that makes
kind
sense.
of makes it all right. It does make it a bit unfair to be honest, because like the Orville can never beat Star Trek just on the basis that it only has 2 seasons of one show, where Star Trek is like it encapsulates like 8 shows.
You want a really detailed list that kind of shows like the ranking of every single show of Star Trek and Stargate. Then you think that's the way we should go?
I would separate them.
What does our audience think? While we have a little time to think about it, while we still come up with some shows.
Cool.
What do you guys think? How should we do this? Should we break out all those Star Trek series and rank them, and also any other franchise that has a
because the big ones are Stargate, Star Trek,
Doctor Who in a way.
No, Doctor Who counts. Oh, do we do Doctor Who and then Doctor Who 2005 like the
right? Some people like to even consider the 8th Doctor his own thing.
Oh, really? I don't know enough about that.
Well, okay. We won't. Then we'll just leave Doctor Who. We'll let that sleep.
Well, Doctor Who is the same continuity, I guess, from beginning to end.
Right. It's true. All right.
But
I think I'm starting to see it that way. So did I write Sequest on here? Yes. And then Farscape.
Paul says Farscape. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it all. Let's see. We got X-Files, Dark Matter. What was that show?
Dark Matter.
I feel like I've heard of it.
Dark Matter TV series.
You didn't answer my question about
Zoo count as sci-fi.
You didn't answer my question about My Secret Identity. Does it count as sci-fi? Can we put it on the list?
You just want to put it on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Go put it on the list if you want.
All right, cool. It gets to be ranked. It'll be ranked. Yay.
The old little Canadian television series that is it a superhero thing or is it a science fiction thing?
It's a little bit of both, I think.
It says action, adventure, sci-fi under genre. So there you go. You get the sci-fi.
What is it? And then what does it say for Legends of Tomorrow?
Oh, okay. Legends of Tomorrow.
Whatever this source.
Yeah, but it's a superhero action sci-fi. But then but that'll be the case for most shows, to be honest.
Paul says we have to put Outer Limits and Twilight Zone into there. I don't think we do. We, Paul?
I don't know. Do we, Paul? The judgment. I don't know.
We're reluctant. Why are we reluctant to put them on there?
Because some episodes, well, I don't know for Outer Matter, but Outer Limits, sorry, but Twilight Zone sometimes has episodes that deal with either supernatural things or fantastic, like fantasy things, but that
Mm.
aren't necessarily science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And we did put uh what did we put on there though that we thought was very science fiction-y? Did we? No, we didn't put Black Mirror on there.
no, we didn't put Black Mirror in there either.
We're
Third
gonna have
Rock
to.
from the Sun. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do. We get it's a comedy, but Dark Matter gets to go on the list because even though Sean and I don't know what it is, the audience we
The
agreed at
audience
the
is.
beginning that the audience gets to contribute to the list. So
I'm
Dark.
reading about it. On September 1st, 27, Sci-Fi canceled the series after 3 seasons, leaving an unresolved cliffhanger.
Hmm. I have a question. This is gonna does Kryptonians or whatever it's called get to be
Oh,
sci-fi?
Krypton. No,
Krypton.
that's
No.
no, because then Inhumans gets to be sci-fi.
What about, and this might break the animation wall, but this Clone Wars, like Star Wars and
Oh,
Rebels.
if you put that in, then we have to put the animated shows. Then I
All
get my
right, so
up.
no, I got the Mandalorian in for the
Be
Star Wars
gone with
crew.
this. Be
The
gone.
Star Wars got its representation. It's fine. All right, I think should we close? Oh, V. It was a good limited series. I think V does have to go on
What's
there.
Automan? I've never heard of that. This is great.
Automan.
I'm gonna learn about these new shows.
I feel like there was a cartoon about something about a cartoon about a guy who turned into a Corvette, but I'm not sure. Let me add V. V. What else? What else? We already got the Battlestar Galacticas. We got Buck Rogers. We got Alien Nation. I'm trying to just remember. Misfits of Science. Does that get to go? I mean, it does have science in the name. Did you ever see Misfits of Science?
I don't know. That
That's
sounds like
too.
a reality thing?
It was really good. It was
Misfits.
a good. The Misfits of Science, but I think it's too. I think that's too far gone. We got Sequest on there. Oh, Earth 2. Did you ever watch Earth 2? Was that a show that you liked? No?
Earth 2.
Do you remember Earth 2? Does that count? Audience, does the Earth 2 count?
Well, the
Neither.
audience have said it, I think.
They did? Earth 2 was in
Yeah,
there?
I saw Earth 2 go by. So, is it Earth 2 or Earth
Oh,
Squared?
yeah, Paul said it. Oh, good job, Paul. And Origin. I don't know Origin, but I think we should put Earth 2. What were you going to ask about Earth 2?
Is it Earth 2 or Earth Squared?
They hadn't started doing that yet in
Uh,
on TV, I don't think. This was like a post Jurassic Park series. Oh,
mm.
what was it called? Land of the Lost? Was that not a sci-fi show?
Well, the 100, does that count as sci-fi?
I don't even know what that is.
It's no, I think that's more post-apocalyptic kind of Walking Dead kind of
Oh,
genre.
okay. Quantum Leap. Oh my gosh, how could we forget?
I said Quantum Leap. It was a comment and I read it. Come on, Knight Rider. The
He-
team says Knight
he-
Rider.
Does Knight Rider count?
I don't know. Is that science fiction?
All right,
So
we're gonna.
you're gonna have to add it. If people start loving shows, then
All right, Knight Rider goes on there. Yes.
do you want to start ranking these things, and then we'll see if
All right,
we add
let's
later on.
rank. We're gonna close the list off and rank what we've got, so we could so we can start getting rid
We
of
can
some of
add
these.
things later if
It's true. This is a good place to start to kind of stop and
So
go
we're not
ranking.
separating. Audience, tell us: do we separate the franchises, Star Treks and Stargates, or do we bulk them as like kind of one property? We don't know. Thunderbirds, but that's animated.
I didn't even know what Tech War was. Wow, there's so many. I'm a boomer, a bomber, X bomber. I thought it said boomer at first. I was like,
Yes, it's like
I'm not a
Starfleet
boomer.
X Boomer.
Oh, you meant boomer, like a. No, I'm not a boomer. No,
No. Oh my
it's
god.
not a boomer. Never mind. That was a boomer joke. Okay. Oh, that's like a dad joke. Actually, it's not a boomer.
We're gonna have to make the call because the audience, they don't want to pronounce themselves on.
I say we go. We do it. I feel like we have to do each series individually. So let me start writing them out now.
Okay. Well, Conte should keep them together, but he's been overruled, I guess.
We'll see what comes in from the audience, but I'll start to flesh them out. Why don't you then decide how many we're gonna rank? Do we do is it a top 20? Is it a top 10? What's the thing?
I would just rank them all. Should we just not make the entire list and then?
Oh yeah, it's a good. You just pop them in place. Don't think too hard, Starfleet boy.
TJ Hooker. It was Shatner disguised as a cop.
I'm gonna put them in the ranking from franchise on, but we can move these around. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna flesh them out.
You're doing them in the release order as it stands.
Sort of.
Okay.
All right. So next comes Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery. Oh, we have to say. Do we have to say Star Trek in front of it? No, right? Everyone will know what we're talking about.
Do ST if you want. If you really want that specification.
Does short treks get to go on here?
I don't know. Do they?
Don't they count as a show? Maybe
CBS doesn't even count them as a show because it said 8 new shows, and I was like, if you count the short treks, there's 9. So they don't even count it as a show.
All right, then we'll skip it and just go to Picard.
We've talked about CBS's public relations. They don't know how to deal with anything. So Paul says rank them all. So I guess we can separate them. You can put rank back Stargate Atlantis and your universe. And
oh, I can get rid of all these? You're saying we're just going to go...
No. He says rank them all. I think you
can
put the Stargates back.
All right, so then we'll do Battlestar Galactica, and then we'll put... Does both suffice since it's called the same thing? Is that fine?
Well, it depends if you're going to want to rank them at different places. I think from what I understand, the reboot or the remake was better than the original, wasn't it?
There's an... Right. Okay, fine. We'll put it like this then. We're going to do this BSG. That's it. That's the new one. And then...
short treks were awful, says Conti. So he's like...
Wow. What else gets one? Let's see.
Lost in Space, maybe? Like the original and the reboot.
That's true. We already did write both on that.
We've both seen the reboot. I haven't seen the original, though.
So should we call the new one LIS in keeping with BSG?
All right, if you want.
And then what else? Is there anything else on here? That's it.
That's it for the moment.
There was technically a Knight Rider 2000, which was a next generation of Knight Rider. It started off with a movie, but we won't get into that.
All right. Okay.
All right. I think we're good. We can start. All right.
It begins.
All right. So this goes for... I feel like we could just put this up here.
Put The Expanse. Give it the that it deserves.
The Expanse. Now that we're separating them all out, The Expanse does gain an advantage in my mind because collectively Star Trek beats The Expanse, but individually I think
beats quite a lot of the Star Trek shows. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
In your opinion, The Expanse is better than all of the Star Trek shows that exist.
It's not fair because The Expanse is not finished.
I agree.
I have to say it's not a fair thing to say.
I'm going to get you to hesitate, but I agree.
What does the audience think? What is those of you who watch The Expanse like? Is it in the right place?
Well, it's a good thing we don't have Gary on because he hated it. He tried it like 3 times just to please me, but then he quit 3 times.
Is this too controversial? We've lost audience members because we put The Expanse all the way at the top. I wonder.
Everyone just left. Like, nah, I can't deal with this.
This list is already terrible. And then I would put here. I already got my ranking for number 2 of all time. Do you want me to propose it and then we can agree or disagree?
Go ahead. Is it gonna be? Go ahead.
I think it's this.
Oh.
I think
Fathery would be pleased with that.
I think so.
Are you going to put Star Trek in front of it or just leave it Deep Space Nine? Does it matter?
Deep Space Nine, no, it doesn't matter, yeah. Those who know
Deep
know.
Space Nine.
That's objectively, because in my heart, of course, it's this. Are you gonna stop me? Is that not your?
That's fine. That's fine with me. Leave it just the Next Generation though, so
Okay,
that
let's just do it
my OCD
right
can be fine.
here. All right, then.
I can agree with that as it stands. All right, you're gonna put Doctor Who there.
No, I'm gonna put this next, but I don't think that's
Oh
your
shit!
right. So we got to go like this.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's gonna get bumped, boy. Star Trek: The Original Series deserves a higher spot than Picard. Come on.
Wow. I'm just gonna be diplomatic and say, like my hero, and say that it's too close. It's so close that I don't care. So I agree with you on that one.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Like it truly doesn't matter as long as Star Trek's up there.
Kung Fury. Kung Fury is a movie though.
How do you how do you guys feel about our rankings so far?
Well, Paul says he thinks Stargate SG-1, so Stargate the original goes after the Next Generation, above the original series. Give him the after Next Generation, but after the original series.
Yeah, based on what I've seen of SG-1, I'll go ahead and put that there. That's fine.
You're gonna put it before Star Trek the original series?
Yeah, SG-1.
Oh, no respect. It gets no respect.
I love the original series, but like if I have to rank the top sci-fi and be like,
yeah,
honest,
because you think that like the third season is it's because it had more cultural impact than what it was good. You mean on screen?
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, look at this list. I mean, a Star Trek show is already, we both agree so far, is the second show after the Expanse. This is sad though. I have a Star Trek themed channel, and the Expanse is number one.
Okay, well, I think that between Star Trek the original series and Picard that you have there, you can just copy paste Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery in the order that it is.
Where?
And place all of that above Picard, between the original series and Picard.
Oh no, we can't.
Fine.
We have to let the audience. We have to let the audience.
What do you think about Voyager, Picard, Enterprise, Discovery? You can deal with that.
Yeah, I can deal with that. I love that. I love that you had to say.
It's a negotiation.
I love that you had to like put everything else on the table before I would accept just the one. Your whole goal was to get Voyager in front of Picard. You didn't care about any of the other ones. That was the plan the whole time, but you threw in.
I pretended this was a list of everything, but it was just to make you admit Voyager is better than Picard.
Okay, so Discovery. Oh, it's not that I'm admitting. I'm conceding
over Enterprise.
Over really? Enterprise, okay, yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that solely. I prefer to watch Enterprise than Discovery, but Discovery brought back Star Trek to TV, whereas Enterprise killed it. So, based on that, you need to put your Doctor Who somewhere in that. All right.
Well, no. Now we have to consider Doctor Who. So I would say that since for me Doctor Who is a second love over Star Trek, that it would go right over here, even after SG-1. I just think that
Doctor Who is a better show than Star Trek Enterprise and Discovery.
You're right. It's true. It's just so funny. It's just like which Doctor Who's.
You can put it under Picard if you want. This is the deciding. That's the.
If we're really fair, limit. if we're going by, because like we agreed that SG-1 gets like a TNG.
Yeah, Doctor Who gets more respect, I think.
More respect, I think.
Put it under Deep Space Nine, or under TNG.
I would say under TNG. I think that's a fair spot. I know. I wanted it to be a Star Trek.
This, ladies
royal
and gentlemen,
flush.
is based on facts.
This is the all-time ranking. We have a heavy responsibility on our shoulders, Sean. We can't.
I strongly disagree with Paul that says that Enterprise should be over Voyager, but I do agree that Babylon 5 should be over Discovery.
No, I can't let that happen. No.
You don't want to put Babylon 5 over Discovery?
I would put Babylon 5. This is where I would put it. Hold on. So next, all right, we got to go into the
You,
pool here. So to me, next, this is the next player on the board, and it has to go. I
Battlestar
think,
Galactica.
yeah, I
This is
think it has to
Battlestar
go.
Galactica, the reboot, right?
Yeah, and I have to say
Okay.
that it has to go like right there.
Uh, Put it down as Battlestar Galactica, and then like reboot or remake, so that people coming
Reimagined is what.
in, reimagined. All right, people coming in, they know. They people coming in hot. They know what we're talking about here.
There. So I think BSG goes there.
I
Because we
don't
haven't
I
been
don't understand
considering all
these
these.
colors. Your app is just doing nonsense with the colors, but
I don't know. I don't understand them either. I think there's a way to turn it off, but I don't have the time to figure it out.
it's
What do you
fine.
think? You haven't seen BSG, do you? But audience, what do you think?
I have heard so much about it that I will concede that it is good. All right. And
We
Voyager
got
gets so much hate that I can understand why it's slowly descending.
wow, Captain, the Voyager is slowly descending.
Where would you put Stranger Things in all of this?
We haven't even gotten there, but I haven't even thought about Stranger Things. But I think it would be definitely. For me personally, it would definitely be somewhere around this
I would put
area.
Stranger Things over Discovery.
You would.
Yeah, but then I would put it over Picard. No,
So
I
we're
lied.
since you
I would
since you.
put it between
Wow.
Picard and Discovery.
All right,
That's
Stranger
where
Things. Let's go to Stranger Things and pluck it out of its list here and pop it in
it's
where
up
we
the top
think.
of your list there.
Oh, is it?
It's there.
Jeez.
It is. Yeah, it's near the Lost in Space. In
Thanks for
Space Force,
guiding.
I can see it.
Thanks for
You
guiding
can't
me on
even
my
see your
list.
own things.
All right, so we're going back here. So you say where would you place it?
Between Picard and Discovery.
That's really tough for me. I kind of want to put it between Discovery and Enterprise, but since
You think Discovery is better than Stranger Things?
yeah, I enjoy it more than I enjoy Stranger Things, even though I get a
I think
rush.
more people enjoy Stranger Things than enjoy Discovery.
I mean, I think you're probably right that there's a larger audience. I'm gonna go ahead and concede to this, but just you heard my objections.
Paul is trying to get me to bump Voyager down.
Even more.
He's fighting it.
I love Voyager, but this is an all-time list, right? It is an all-time list. We are attempting something really powerful here.
Hey, Voyager is the most rewatched Star Trek show on Netflix.
Is it?
That's got to count for something.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! It's because people who didn't watch it the first time are like, "Let me check this Voyager thing out." It's totally what's happening. All right, so we got that on there. Where does Westworld or the let's just put
Oh
the
my
should we put
God.
the Orville? Should we put the Orville on the board, or is that something we're holding off?
No, you can put it on the board.
All right.
Put it.
Do you want to see where I
Wow.
would put it
Okay,
first?
you tell me.
All right. To me, it goes right there.
Wow.
Yep.
I agree. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
That one was so easy. I thought that one was gonna be really hard.
Because we don't have hardcore Orville fans. Oh,
We
Fringe.
Fringe, of course. With Leonard Nimoy and George Takei, I think they were both in that show. Fringe.
God, Shaka.
Shaka when the walls fell, coming in the clutch. So we got Fringe on there.
Firefly needs to go high up on that list.
So we're gonna do Firefly next.
Yeah, for
All right, so
no
let's see.
reason. Just Firefly.
Do you want me to
Firefly-
pop it in first, or do you have an idea of where it should
Well,
go?
you put it in, and then I'll react.
You'll judge me.
I'll do a live reaction.
A live judgment.
I might
All
have to get up and scream. But we'll see.
I'm gonna place Firefly right about here. And the reason
Okay.
why it doesn't go higher is it was only one season.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't even a full season. It was only 14
Right.
episodes.
Right, exactly.
So I agree.
Which today,
I agree.
sorry, today by today's standards, it was a full season.
It was 2 seasons.
But goddamn, that show had potential.
That
if it
show,
kept going.
I think doesn't reach the top of our list because it didn't have enough seasons to do so. But had it would probably be at like number 1, 2, or 3, right? If it had gone on for 7 seasons or something. So I agree with you. That's fine.
Shaka did not suggest Fringe. It was probably Paul, who's awesome. Oh my gosh. Paul tried really hard to like Discovery, but it just was not Paul's bag.
Mm.
That's okay, Paul. Maybe season 3. You might give it a chance. You might.
That's okay. Lower Decks is coming out. Come on,
Lord, yes,
we're doing this. We're doing this because we're missing out on the red carpet. So we're ranking all shows
right
that are
now?
not
If we were
Lower
on the
Decks.
red carpet, we'd be drinking Romulan whiskey instead of regular whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey with an E. Whiskey.
Oh, whiskey, you're the devil. You're leading me astray.
Westworld, I think, goes below all of this. I think it goes below even The Orville. Because Westworld had one of the best first seasons of any show I've ever seen. And then the second one was mediocre. And then the third one was absolute bullshit. It fell off so quick. It has become...
I'm really enjoying Westworld.
Enterprise?
All 3 seasons. This is where I would put it. Yeah, I would put Westworld there.
Wow.
But we can. Do you concede, or do you think
Enterprise killed the franchise, and The Orville is just a copy? So I can't really fight that.
This list goes deep. Should we put? So we already got BSG on there. So now we get to do. Let's see, Stargate. There's all these Stargates. There's SG-1. We already got that on there. All right.
Going through this.
I guess the next one is The Mandalorian. I feel like that needs to...
It takes an A, by the way, The Mandalorian. It ain't no E.
Yeah. Let's see if the spell check knows it. Mando.
I don't think so.
Oh, look, it turned it a different color, though.
Is this sponsored by Disney? What's going on?
All right, so I think, to me...
Whoa, where are you going with your cursor?
Both The Expanse and The Mandalorian are shows that are currently running, but so is Discovery and so is Picard. So I don't think that's an excuse. In just my hype level and everything else so far, I would have to say that this is where I would propose The Mandalorian.
I don't think so.
Okay, where would I go?
I would put it around Firefly. Because for me, for the moment, it feels like that. It feels like a great show, but it hasn't yet reached that potential to be up in that greatness.
Yeah, I have total recency bias for the, and also the next season's gonna start soon, and I don't know. I'm also a huge Star Wars fan in my own way.
It's the first live action Star Wars show. It has that going for it, and it's a success.
I'm gonna say, can it at least? How about this? Is
that was my concession. That was my proposal for like. I concede to that. My compromise.
Oh my gosh! All right, we have a.
Shaka said, "Hell no!" What you were doing, by the way.
What did he say?
People were mad.
Oh yeah.
People are gonna unsubscribe.
We did lose a couple of audience members. We must have pissed someone off. They'll be back. They want to check later and see.
I personally hate watching this kind of, like, if I couldn't watch this right now, I'm part of it, but I couldn't watch it.
It'd be too much stress.
He says drop The Mandalorian a bit. I would put it under Firefly. I still would put it under Firefly. That's where I would put it.
But not better than much on that list, and it's not even sci-fi. It's sci-fantasy. Ooh. He's kind of right. Should we just take it off?
You don't want to put it low, so you prefer taking it off than putting it low.
All right. Since the group since the audience does get to decide, what was the concession is to put it down below Firefly?
I would put it below Firefly.
All right.
Because it's got kind of like a cult following, or but it's I don't know where you were going up in the top 3 there. You were mad. You got that hype. This is you didn't hype Picard up to the top.
We haven't finished yet. I haven't made my closing arguments.
This is like a
no. That's accurate. You and I at least agree on the top
I
top
know that The Expanse is a tough
5, I
start
would
for
say.
some people,
Yeah.
but I genuinely believe The Expanse is not only the most realistic, but one of the most successful depictions of science, like space travel and the
Right.
close future that we'll have. I think it's fantastic, and every
I'm
act was amazing. Well,
there so that everyone knows that it's my personal number one. Like, if I had only one show that I could say could continue to exist, it would be
it
Star
would be
Trek Picard.
Picard.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
would
would
be
be The
Picard.
Expanse. It would be Picard.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have to choose loyalty to Jean-Luc over all the wonderful characters in The
Oh,
Expanse.
you're just the worst.
I know, but
Remove,
it's
remove
just
that.
unfair. It's just
Remove it.
unfair because The Expanse is so good that I can't, in good conscience,
All right, just
conscience.
go find another show before you start
I know this is
going on and
becoming
on.
a Picard apology. Like, I don't know what it's become.
I'm sorry, Sir Patrick.
So Patrick, all right. I think we should throw Lost in Space on the list.
Okay, which one?
The new one, the
New
Netflix,
one.
the
All right,
reboot. Yeah.
I think it's garbage.
So you put it over here.
Um, yes, that's where I put it. Because I'm trying to think, I would rather watch The Orville. I would rather watch all of the other shows than Lost in Space.
I have to say, as much as this hurts, because I don't think it's garbage. I actually think it's a great show. I have to agree with that. I can't put it higher than the
You
Orville
would
because I
rather watch
would.
anything else
Yeah.
than Lost in Space.
But but the,
It's just too teenage cringy and too predictable. It's like it's got. I know that some people. I think that
we're
Kyle.
not the target audience. We're not the target audience for that show, and it's kind of
That's a
target. It's very
bullshit.
targeted.
That is a marketing bullshit thing to say. You know what?
Wow, I just
You're
got
not
you
the
mad.
target audience of this thing. No. You know what? If you make a good show, then everyone is the target audience. If
Wow.
you make a good movie, then everyone is the target audience. I can watch a show about. I can watch.
But what if
Moonlight.
you're
I can
intentionally? What
Moon,
if you're
Moonlight
intentionally
is
making?
about.
But like, what if you're intentionally making a show for like Star Trek fans, like or a movie for Star Trek fans? Then
Hey, look. Have you ever clicked on a video about a guy taking care of an ant farm
yeah.
or something strange like that, or like dominoes? If the person is engaging and passionate about what they love, then you're going to start.
But I
loving
am
it
the
too.
target audience for all the videos I've clicked on.
Not necessarily. Sometimes YouTube just proposes you something. If you make a great Star Trek show, and you're not a Star
You're
Trek
right there.
fan, then you might just like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
It's
That's a tough one.
anyway.
Sliders has to go on next.
Okay. Well, I have to trust you on this
All right, then let
because
me
I've never
see.
seen that.
I would put Sliders right over here.
Okay,
That's where I
I'm
would
fine
put
with
it.
that. It doesn't disrupt my. Paul says that Battlestar Galactica 80, which I suppose is the original.
No, there. He's right. There was another, but I thought that was a TV movie, not a TV. Was it a mini series? Paul, can you refresh my memory, or maybe Sean will look it up.
Oh, sorry. I'm just sitting there.
I'll look it up. I can look.
Man, no, I'm on it. I'm man. You man the list.
It's a lot to do. I'm an old man. You got to help me out
Battlestar
here.
Galactica, the
BSG
franchise.
80.
All right, we have. There's.
By the way,
original-
BSG 80 is far out. If I remember, they're like in Las Vegas or something like that. It's kind
Oh,
of crazy.
Battlestar Galactica 1980 is a spin-off of the original, so it's not a reboot. It's just like the second show in the original continuity, dare I say?
Oh, it does get to go on the list. Then
It does
I
get
guess.
to go on. But so I've never seen it. Paul says it's awful. Can we put it under Lost in Space?
You just want something. It's true. I agree.
There you go. It gets a place on the list, but it gets demoted to.
It immediately goes to the bottom of the list.
There you go.
BSG 80. Yeah, I would agree with that. In fact, it may
What is
remain
BSG 80?
at the.
Don't you want to write Battlestar Galactica 1980?
Yes, I do. Wow. Don't you want to do this? Yes, I do. You're right.
Oh, he says it's not that awful. Well, too bad. You got it on the list.
You got it on the list, and you said to put it under Lost in Space.
I did.
So,
He says
oh,
it's not that awful.
oh, sorry.
You want to put it above Lost in Space? I
Where
don't
would
know.
we?
Do you want
Oh,
to put it above?
jeez.
Do you want to put it above the Orville? No, just above Lost in Space, so that it's not the last.
Conti's about. All right, it's fine. Hold on. We're gonna put it above the Orville. You said
No,
we're
not above
moving
the
it.
Orville. You want to put it above the Orville? He says it's awful.
So Lost in Space is still the worst according to this. So the Orville. We'll go. We'll give.
It's not. It's not that bad of a show, Lost in Space. But here we go. But I mean, it's not better than anything else that we've said.
we still have. We have still the. So we have to put the original Battlestar Galactica since we're
Okay,
already
put
on
the
this.
original on. I don't know
All
where
right.
that goes. You've seen it.
That one will go.
It was a
I would
successful
probably
show.
put it. Yeah, I would probably put it right there.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hmm.
Hey, look, Voyager's holding its. Is that what you're doing? By the way, is this whole thing is about?
No,
about
but I have
keeping-
realized that by strategically placing Voyager above Picard, it cannot get demoted.
You're saying I won't let anything under any. Not a lot gets in after Picard is what you're saying.
Not really.
I guess.
There's a definite line. Picard on this is like the birth of Jesus. It's like there's a before and an after.
So the original Lost in Space, and we're gonna call it Lost in Space TOS. How about that?
Okay.
Does that mean this is Lost in Space?
Oh my
TNG?
goodness. Shaka says, I watch Lost in Space when I want to go to sleep, but no, end up in a coma. I mean, it's pretty much down there in the bottom of the list. So, where does the
Wow.
original go? Where did the original goes? Where does that go?
I'm looking. Hold on. I think
was
it
a
kind
pretty-
of.
It was a pretty important show, wasn't it, when it came out?
Yeah, I feel like it can go.
Above
it can probably
Westworld?
go. Wow, you're going a little higher than I would have placed it.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say it could probably go right
Above
around.
Enterprise?
No, right there.
All right. Okay.
I think that's just where my gut feeling is that, like, to be fair, Enterprise is not that bad.
I feel like the Orville is getting shit on. I feel like the Orville isn't.
That's its whole life is that. That's what the Orville from its birth, it's been shat upon.
I mean,
by
it
many.
was made that way. It was made to be the show that got shit on anyway. So
Wasn't it made to be a parody and then it switched gears?
It wasn't supposed to be
really?
a parody at all. It was never marketed as a
It's a
parody.
love
It's just-
letter. It was a
yeah,
love letter.
kind of. Yeah, it's been anyway.
Mm.
As you say.
Mm. All right, we still have
So
Buck
much to
Rogers. We got to put Buck Rogers on there. Now, I watched the show. I love this show. I used to watch it.
I've seen a couple episodes of
Like,
this, so
religiously.
I can't talk about like the full continuity of it. I think it's great, and I think the few episodes that I've seen, it was groundbreaking for its time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I put Buck Rogers here. It's definitely due for a reboot.
Okay. Oh, so this is the excuse for putting it so low? Due for a
Yeah.
reboot?
Due for a reboot. As wonderful as Gil Gerard and the whole cast are, I think it. it needs-
Someone will anger you here. Paul says he thinks that the Oval is better than Sliders.
Well, we're gonna have to consider it because
He controls the list, Paul. I'm sorry.
Paul, give us a couple of reasons why you think the Orville is better than Sliders, and I may.
People need to justify themselves. We
Just
don't
a little,
justify
just a couple
ourselves
of-
for Voyager or Picard.
I mean, we've got the list and we're doing this little game here. Mid list for Space Disco alone. Well, we are kind of here. Let's see how this list is looking. It's looking pretty fair. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Paul, you have to raise some motions like in a court.
We'll carry on with the other shows. I agree with this so far.
Yeah.
all right with it.
All right. I think Conti also says no, it's not a good list. Chaka says that we got a check mark from Chaka, so there we go.
Let's go down.
You guys could fight it out in the audience.
This, by the way, will be the official ranking of all time, and this is the one thing that counts. We're gonna send this to the Academy.
Right. It gets
the Emmys and everything.
Everyone. This will be released on all our social media channels. I don't know. I'll release this list. It might start a great discussion on the internet.
Oh, it'll start a war.
No. Whoa! What just happened? You guys got to peek.
Don't share your personal information.
No, that was just the files. There we go. Shut it down.
What's going on? Give us another altered carbon. Where does altered carbon go on that?
I think that we have to. I think we have to put altered carbon on. Yes, and then Space Force. All right, here we go. Ready? Do I get to choose, or I think you get a say on this one?
Well, I like altered carbon, and I'm not counting this because there was a movie that they released recently, which is both a movie and animated, so that gets a double not count.
Was there a movie? I thought there was. Isn't the sequel with Anthony Mackie? I haven't seen the sequel.
That's the second season.
Right, the season.
I think the second season is not as good as the first season. So Altered Carbon, I think, was really good in its first season, but then kind of fell off in its second. But I would still put it above Discovery.
Wow. I propose above Sliders right here.
Okay. Can we invert Altered Carbon and Westworld? Or do you love Westworld that much more than Altered Carbon?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it more than Altered Carbon.
Okay.
Wow. This is gonna cost me later on. I know it. when I attempt to move Picard up higher on the list for some reason.
I don't know what you can say to move Picard up.
Let's go next to. Let's just throw Space Force on there, shall we?
Okay, Space Force. Then I think we have to go do Space Force. Then I think we have to do the Stargates just to put them on because
we have to put on the board. Yeah, Space Force. I'm gonna say gets to go. It's still running, so I'm gonna put it here.
Oh really? Is it worse than Lost in Space?
Like it's not a matter of worse or better. It's not as sci. I just kind of think it barely made it onto this list as a sci-fi show. It's more a comedy. Okay. So for me, it goes.
Red Dwarf is a comedy. Is that more a comedy than?
But it's more sci-fi because of the inherent backdrop and setting, whereas Space Force feels more current. Like there's not a lot of like.
Where would you put Red Dwarf?
Oh, that's a good question. So I haven't seen Red Dwarf since I was a little kid. It used to come on our PBS station, but my memories of it are so fond that I would say this is what I would propose.
So fond, and yet you're going to the bottom of the list.
Well, it's a comedy. It is definitely more sci-fi, but it's not necessary. It doesn't take itself. This might happen. This is what happens.
Can it not go higher than Enterprise?
No, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. It might be objectively perhaps better, but I don't know. I feel like we're keeping our objectivity here.
Well, we're trying to mix our objectivity.
Hubbard's calling. He might be mad at. Do you
think he's watching this live and he's pissed?
He might be. Hold on. Let's
dare you?
Hey, you're live on the air. Oh, he just hung up. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Oh, Blake 7. He just told me. Okay, so wait, we have to put Blake 7 on here. So it gets to get put on here.
Paul has said the 4400. What is that?
Oh wait, he's calling back. He wants to be on.
Send him the link.
Hello. Hey, do you want to get on the show?
Thank you.
He just wanted to make sure Blake 7 got on the list. Where do we rank it? Where do we put it? Oh, he hung up again.
Gone.
He's gone.
These bloody interruptions.
All right, where do we put Blake 7? Let me think about this one too. I think
Blake 7. I need to look for that.
Yeah, you don't know Blake 7, but
I feel like I've heard of it. Maybe you and him have already talked about that.
He's really into it. I would say I've watched a season.
Oh, Blake's 7. You guys have talked about this.
Yes.
You guys have because
maybe I've seen it more than
My
this?
Google link is already purple. Like I've already clicked on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to explain here?
Yes. I think I do. All right. Whoa, I keep doing this thing where you get to see like a quick glimpse. Someone could pause this and see
Oh, your personal life.
all my personal life. That's so crazy. Why doesn't it go away? Oh, there we go. Whoa.
What is this?
That's another ranking list, I
Be
guess.
careful. Be careful. Don't reveal your fan fictions.
Oh no, it like put everything together.
Oh god damn it! You now need.
Ah,
Anyway, just that's fine. You just put hit enter after each
hold on.
show. It'll be fine.
All right, I'll fix this while you.
This is completely disorganized.
What did I do, audience? Oh, I know what I did. Hold on. Oh, edit, redo. Okay. This is so crazy. What did I just do? Ah,
God damn it! This is
use
Bob's
dark appearance. That's actually bad.
It's more soothing to the eyes.
Oh, here we go. I think there. Look
Wow!
at that.
Look at that. No, it's
I
not.
fixed it. Do we want to keep this dark mode though?
No, I like the white better
All right.
because now it's got too many colors on the blackness for me. Oh, there you go. Can't deal
Like,
with
why is the RE red and imagined in blue? It's really interesting. Is
I
it
don't
trying
know.
to tell me something?
Cool.
We had a technical difficulty because of Blake 7 and the doctor.
Well, where do you want to
we
put
got
Blake 7?
I think it has to go above Enterprise. He would not
He
accept.
would fight it. He would fight.
Yeah, and I think I would actually put it.
Would he accept your sliders so high?
I think he would. I don't remember if he watched it.
All right.
I loved Sliders. It was a great show.
Paul says he tunes in for the slick professional presentations.
Thank you, Paul. That's right, everybody. All right.
If one day we go to a convention, it'll be us two, and we'll do a panel, and this is exactly how it's going to go.
Oh, the doctor's gonna come on. We're sending. This is gonna get crazy.
Wow. Oh, this is
in
gonna
just
get
a
insane.
second.
I'm afraid he's gonna jumble our entire list. I can go. I have to leave at 5:15 at the latest. All right, just
oh geez, we gotta finish. We gotta finish. You're right.
At least the shows that we've already. What are you doing? The list is gone.
I know. I'm gonna call I just gotta copy this thing and send it to the doctor real quick. But I'm gonna throw the list back on here in just a second.
Dear God.
I didn't realize we've been speaking for so long. That's crazy.
It's only been an hour, and we've accomplished nothing.
We have no. We're we might have to just
need to at least put the Stargate shows up in there, like the two Stargate, so that we all have all of the Stargate.
Let me just send this link. All right, doctor. All right, here you go. Oops.
He's just gonna. I'm gonna be silent. He's gonna come in and shame the list.
We might have to lock the list down if you have to leave, and then the doctor and I can finish it. We'll lock it down.
What?
Like we can't interrupt your. No, I'm just kidding.
If we have to divide this into a part 2, then fine.
Okay, I agree. I love it. All right, real quick. You know what, doctor? We're gonna finish this, and you can be on part 2. I think I like that better. I need to. We gotta.
Let him on. Let him on.
You sure?
Yeah, we can stay until 5:15, and then at 5:15, if we haven't finished, we'll carry on.
This is going to be the lightning fire round. So I've just sent you.
Of course, this is going to be a 3-part series.
A 3-part series.
This is ongoing.
We were too ambitious. I think we were too ambitious. We thought we could rank everything.
We did 2 videos today, and the first one was unrelated. We should have done this. We should have started this in the morning and then carried on in the afternoon. That's what we should have done.
We didn't know. How did we know? How could we have known?
That's very true.
All right, back to the list. All right, so while we wait for the doctor to come on,
put your Stargates.
We would get the Stargates up there. Okay. So I'm gonna say that
Stargate Universe is the one that people like the least, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna I saw that series as well, so I would say that it would go right about here. This is where I would put Stargate Universe. And then Stargate Atlantis, My friend Corey, if you're watching this, is the true Stargate fan, and I would appreciate to hear from him and see where he thinks this is correct. But I would actually put Stargate Atlantis right here.
Okay. All right.
You notice I didn't cross that line.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my god, is he actually
That's
gonna do it?
the
He
line
did.
must be
Right?
drawn here.
Yeah.
No
No father.
further. I am willing to move things down from this
Oh yes, of
part
course.
though.
You're willing to move things below the line.
Yes.
There's like a hard border there. We will build a wall.
I gave you
Picard
Voyager.
wall.
What more do you want? I gave you Voyager. This is actually
I'm
this is
fine.
actually you know what this actually is? It's the demilitarized zone. It's not just the line. It's like this is where Trek on the Tube and Starfleet Boy like are, like that's it. It's true. All right. Going back to we got entry here. Hold on. Come in. Yes, the cat's fine.
Do you want to
I'm
place
recording.
you want to place X files?
It's all by
so that
itself.
yeah, place X files so that it's no longer all by itself, and then we can remove some space between the two parts of the list.
All right, you guys can hear her in the background. My mom's
All
in
right, John.
my mom's on the stream. Could you close the door, mom? Oh my gosh, we're getting all the
It's
all this
amazing.
crazy. Hold on,
It's mayhem.
this is like the worst. We haven't had a Starfleet boy like this since the beginning. What are you doing? You're on the you're on the stream. Are you on the stream?
I can't get on. I can't. The technology is working against me, man.
All right.
I can't get on.
Don't worry, we're going to be doing
I
it.
just
We're
wanted
going
to make my case for Blake 7.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the list here. Can you hear him, Sean?
Yes.
Sean can
Hello,
hear
Sean.
you, but
Hi.
he can't.
Okay, great.
You can't hear him,
All
but
right,
he's
no,
just.
but
We're waiting.
my case for Blake 7 is that that show is pretty much the anti-Star Trek in the sense that the Federation is evil and you're fighting against it. It's these 7 guys, and it really was groundbreaking in its day. And it was kind of like Star Trek / Star Wars mixed into one show, and it has hands down one of the best endings still to this day. And then the other show I got to throw in is The Prisoner, which is another great sci-fi show.
It's true.
Patrick
Oh my
McGowan,
gosh, I do love.
season. That show changed television forever.
Jeez, now we have to put The Prisoner on here.
So, okay.
We put.
in keeping with what you said about Blake's 7, should we put it just above Voyager and Picard underneath Star Trek the original series?
He can't hear you, and I don't think I'm gonna ask him that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Are you seeing the list online? Where do we put Blake 7 in your?
Blake 7's
up where?
Blake 7's one of the top 10 shows of all time, man.
Of all time.
For me, yeah, and The Prisoner is same.
Aside from just for you, if you had to try to be as objective about it as possible,
If we put it under the original series, it would be the 10th.
It would be see, I got to turn the TV back on.
He was
I was watching on the TV.
But there's an echo. It's true.
Oh, sorry.
You could just mute the TV. But if you see the list, anyways, while you look for the list, what were you gonna say? Trek on the Tube, Sean?
I was saying that if you put Blake 7 between the original series and Voyager, it gives it the 10th spot.
He says you could put Blake's 7 underneath the original series and Voyager, and it would give it the 10th spot. But I would veto that ranking. I would place it above Stargate Atlantis, though.
It's definitely above Stargate.
All right, we're gonna just agree that.
Wait, I'm looking at the list now.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? To be perfectly objective, The Prisoner would go. I would put it above. I would put it above Stargate SG-1.
The Prisoner.
Wow, I need to watch this show.
All right, let's do that. So let's look here.
British TV
The
series. I need
way
to
I'm
watch this.
seeing the list, this is the actual like Sliders is better than Battlestar Galactica. That's what you're saying?
The original Battlestar Galactica, yeah.
No, Sliders has to go way down. We're gonna bring that down.
Okay.
We'll do.
Come on the stream or go in the audience and comment in the
Tell him
audience.
we're gonna do a part 2, maybe tomorrow afternoon or something. Tell him we're gonna do a
Yeah.
part 2, and he can be part.
We're
of
gonna
it.
do a part 2. You got to come on part 2. Sean's.
What about VR5, man?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna do a part 2. This is
We're
we're locking this list. We can't add any more shows.
Tell him he's gonna do. He can come in with all of
You're
his.
gonna have VR5? Oh, come on, man.
Tell him he can do all of his addendums and all of his changes in part 2. This isn't complete.
Above and beyond. I don't see a space above and beyond there.
I told you he would do this.
Sean says, all right. Sean says, get on the stream, or just you'll have to be on part 2.
I didn't say that. I said we'll continue. I said we'll continue this in part 2.
He says we're gonna continue. No, but his time is running out, so we're gonna quickly rank what we have left, and then we'll get you on part 2.
You gotta have me on part 2, man, because you gotta have the institutional knowledge, man.
Tell him we will correct the list in part 2.
Where's Earth 2, man?
It is on there. Earth 2's on there. Listen, I gotta go. Bye.
Just hang up. You terrible person.
I can't. He obviously didn't read the list. All right, we're gonna take the prisoner off. For now.
I'm on the phone.
I know you've got to go. We might have to stop here.
Wait a minute. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. While this is going on, I'm just gonna put some things on audience based on some of your comments. Okay. So
all right. Well, we'll have to leave it be. This was too ambitious.
I've been rewatching Sliders. It's pretty terrible. I do have to say,
hate you with your Sliders thing.
I have to say, Sliders is in my brain from it's true from my teenage.
I'll tell you what. We'll do a part 2 with Humbert. With the doctor.
Deal.
The doctor can come and shamble our list completely. I gotta go. All right, pick up baby.
Audience, This was so much fun. Thank you. Bye.
This was so much fun. We're
gonna publish
this better next time.
We're gonna publish the list so far.
Are you?
Yeah, okay. Why not? Because we have to do a part 2, so we're gonna publish this
riled
list.
up.
Yeah,
so
let's
that
see.
They can come in hot next time.
It's true. All right. Thanks for